Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to Two Wheeled Views. It is a beautiful rainy afternoon here in Utah, but I wanted to take this time to give you a nice walk around of my 2023 Yamaha XSR900, which I am quite proud of. I've done a few mods too. I picked it up pretty much stock, but now I've kind of gone through it and made it 99% of the way that I want it to be. So wanted to give you a sense of what I've done and maybe inspire a few people out there. So let's take a look. So first off, there she is. We'll get a couple shots from both sides, see the nice lighting here. But as I said, when I first picked her up, she was pretty much stock. Previous owner had put a tail tidy on her. That's the lighting where you can see the nice shine in the blue, which I'm very excited about. But let's dive in. Let's look at what we've done mods-wise. We'll start front to back here. So first and foremost, I installed a little wind cowl here, which I'll be honest with you, I did get on AliExpress. Hopefully that doesn't mean you jump away from the channel now, because I've got a few quality bits on here, but that's one thing. I figure it's mostly cosmetic. It's not performance oriented. So it's fairly decent. It's got a little bit of dust on there, but I'm gonna try to get the Earmax blue front cowl that goes on there a little bit around the front end. But what I really like about this piece is it came with black framework there, so that came with it. It replaced the original stock silver stuff, which now makes me really want to paint those black, which I'll probably do here shortly. But that's first bit. Now next bit here, if we work our way back, I'm quite proud of, is the Woodcraft clip-ons. So that piece I love, makes the bike a little bit more aggressive. I can do an ergo fit here later in the video, but a little bit more aggressive. It's still not super low, because you can see that the plate uses the risers here, stock risers, but instead of having the handlebar that then swoops up and a little bit closer to the rider, just comes up about half an inch and then shoots the clip-on out to the side. But personally, I love how it looks. I'm 6'5", so a little bit more of a reach isn't a big deal. I love that bit. Okay. Then, because of the clip-ons, I had the option of either getting aftermarket bar end mirrors, which I didn't love the idea of doing, because then it extends my mirrors, my bike out further, makes it a little bit harder to lane filter. Here in Utah, lane filtering is legal. So that's something I wanted to avoid. So I put on these kind of breakaway mirrors, which, to be honest with you, up to about 120, which obviously I've only done on closed streets, they work really, really well. They're quite clear, as you can see there. I really like the placement. Personally, I'm the type of guy that likes mirrors that work. So I'm happy with those. As you can see, I've got my quad lock with the vibration damper, and then I've got Oxford heated grips, which I installed, which are quite nice. I like the grippiness, easy install. Mostly it's just wire management, which I had to deal with down there a little bit. And then if we go down here, I've got the TST pod turn signals, which I love. Once you turn those on, you might not be able to see here in the lighting, but they glow blue, which I love. I just think it adds such a cool little look late at night. And personally, I hate the orange giant glowing light when I'm riding the bike at night. So that was actually one of the very first things I changed on the bike. We continue to work our way back. I've got a aftermarket gas cap, blacken that out, which is another reason I want to black out the silver bits down there on the bottom. Obviously I did some tank grips. Tank grips are one of those things, again, that I bought on AliExpress. I don't have any issue with that. They stick on quite nice. They grip really nice. They're honestly feeling the same quality as, you know, your tank, your tech spec or whatever it is. So something I don't have too much of an issue with going AliExpress there. Now, seat. Obviously this is not the stock seat. This is something that also was after the first ride. I rode the bike for about 3 hours. I realized that the seat was a must change mod. So what this is this is a tapizeria aftermarket seat, where you pull the old leather off. You pull the old staples off, you hop in there and you basically stretch the new leather on. Now I ordered the comfort seat that basically came with about a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch of foam padding in there, which doesn't add a ton of ride height. Again, I'm tall, so not an issue, but I think that it actually added a significant amount of comfort. So one, I love the way it looks. As I take a step back here, I think that it really makes the bike look how it's supposed to. Gives it a little bit more of a retro vibe, but it also adds significant comfort. And I'll be honest, that install was actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. I was really stressed about it the whole time. I'll load up a picture here of what it looked like with it off, but really, if you've got a staple gun and an hour in the garage at most, it's a pretty easy install, so definitely worth it. Obviously, I named the bike. Her name is Bellatrix. Yes, like the Harry Potter character, and then I've got my my dark mark there, so pretty happy with it. The tires, when I got it, were old, so I slapped on some Pirelli Angel GTs, which I quite like. Give you some decent life. Okay, and then as we head to the back here, I've got a Rage Cycle fender eliminator there, which you can see is super flush. License plate sits nice and clean under the tail. Turn signals are right here on either side, so they are easy to work with. I quite like it. That was the only modification that was on the bike when I bought it. And then, as you can probably already tell from this wide angle, is I did install a Dominator GP3 exhaust. I'll give you guys a little bit of a sound clip here in a minute, which sounds incredible. It's a cold day, haven't started it up yet, so I won't do too many revs, but I'll give you guys a sense of what that sounds like. And then with the exhaust, I also did what you can't see, is I did the airbox modification and a drop-in air filter. So that is right underneath the gas tank. It's a pretty easy install. If you know how to remove a gas tank, you pull the tank off, drop in the new air filter. I also then cut off the snorkels. So anybody who knows of these CP3 bikes, they are pretty restricted from the factory. So with the exhaust, with the air filter, I went ahead and flashed the ECU with V-Cycle Nut. So that was the last thing that I did. Got it to pretty much how I want it, aside from the black on the rear heel guards, and then maybe a blue front cowl. But oh, and then maybe a headlight cover, but can't bring myself to spend money on that just yet. So all in all, what do you guys think? Let me know. I'll give her a little bit of a rev here for you, but I am extremely happy with how this bike came out. I love the CP3, and this is everything the MT-09 is, but in such a better looking bike. So let's go ahead and fire her up here for you. Give you a sense of how that GP3 sounds. So there you go. There is my 2023 Yamaha XSR900 that I am beyond happy with. If you haven't run the CP3 engine, definitely do it. And then perhaps next week I will make a walk around video of the R1 sitting over there. But there she is. Give me your thoughts.